submerge them. Now what I got in here is about a little bit less than half of just water that I got boiling. What I'm going to do then, the reason for that is I am going to add in some three quarts gallons of these are actually 2 quarts containers, so 6 quarts of orange juice that we're going to go ahead and add in here. Now the crawfish I already cleaned earlier, so I'm not going to go through that again for you guys. But here we're just going to add orange juice in. We got 3 of these. Just stay right there. Two. These are just Sunny D that we're throwing in. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, stay right there. Zoom. Alright, so now these actually came with the order of crawfish, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and add 2 of these bags in. They're 1 pound each, so 2 bags. Get a nice
2 pounds of seafood noodles.
Yep. So each bag is a pound. One bag. Actually, I have 3 bags. So 3 pounds. 3 pounds, yeah. When you do 3 pounds, actually. Our orders actually came with 2 bags, but we have some extras from previous orders, so we're going to go ahead and add that in. We got some leftover celeries, got some orange, we're going to squeeze in. Oops. I got it, I don't want you to get your hands dirty. Just throw the peels in there. I think I got about 6 or 8 of these little oranges. Squeeze them in. Okay, then I got garlic, or excuse me, not garlic, onions that were chopped in half, garlic clove that were chopped in half as well. I want to put in, I think I got about, again, 6 or 8 onions that were chopped in half, and garlic. We'll throw that in there. Then we have 2 of these seasoning bags that we'll put in. That's 1. That's 2. Put in there. We got ginger that were diced, well not diced, but sliced up. Throw that in there. This we'll put in later along with the shrimp and stuff because it cooks pretty fast. And then the crab oil, last time we used 16 ounces. These are 4 ounces. Last time we used 4 of these bottles and it was too spicy for the kids. So this time we're just going to add in 1 bottle. Now this is about 3 or 4 pounds of potatoes. The potatoes take a long time to cook, so we're going to go ahead and add them in now. Yep, red potatoes, and I'm not sure what the other ones are called. White potatoes, I guess? I don't know. We don't have any, we didn't get any mussel this time, but we do have shrimp and corn that will go in later. So now, what we're going to do is just mix this up and just wait for it to come to a boil. And then we'll add in the crawfish. So, We'll wait until it comes to a boil, and then we'll add in the crawfish, cook it for 2 minutes, and then let it soak for 15 to 20 minutes, and then that should be done. And then we'll go inside and we'll make our KhaBang sauce and pour on top of it, and we'll shake it up, and that should be done. So continue watching and follow the journey with us, okay? Now, one other ingredient we forgot to put in butter. I'm going to put in 2 sticks of butter into the boil as well. It gives it some flavor. Bit windy today. I'm glad that it actually stopped raining, because when I was washing the crawfish earlier, it was pouring here in Pennsylvania. So Easter weekend, and weather's not that great, but it cleared up a little bit for us to be able to do this. So hopefully the weather will hold out. So we'll let this come to a rolling boil, and then we'll add the crawfish in. Like our pot is boiling now, which is good. What I'm going to do actually is remove some of the onions and peels out, because I have 30 pounds of crawfish, and the crawfish is just there are too many crawfish for the pot to use with the strainer. So what I'm going to do is just remove all this extra stuff out, leaving the potatoes still in there, just so that I have more room for the crawfish to be cooked in. Fish stuff out, and if I have some extra room, I'll certainly throw some of this back in there just so that we can
flavor.
keep the flavor in there. Yep. But if not, then we can do without. Oh, there's the potato. I don't want to take the potato out because I know they're not done. I think that should be good. I guess we didn't really save a lot of room, to tell you the truth, because it's kind of blowing down in there. Oh, there's the peel. Orange peel is what orange peel and onions are really what I'm going for here. Alright, that should be good for now. Okay, these are smoked sausages. Got 2 sticks of them in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and add them in now. That way it can soak in the flavor. And then we are ready for the crawfish.
This is select crawfish.
Yep, so these I washed earlier. So now I'm just gonna get these cooling bags out. Where am I here? Or what do you get on the other side, buddy? Step back, see how here. Perfect. We'll rinse this out and we'll reuse this later to do our KhaBang. All right, so what we're gonna do now is let these guys put a lid on it. We'll put a lid on it, bring back the heat so it comes to a rolling boil again, and cook it for 2 minutes. We're gonna start the timer for 2 minutes, right? And then once 2 minutes off, we're gonna turn off the heat, and then we're going to add in our corn, our shrimp, which are frozen. That way it helps cool the pot down to stop the cooking. We don't want it to cook anymore after it comes to a boil for 2 minutes. So we'll wait for this to come to a boil, and then we'll add the rest of the ingredients in. All right, so here you can see that it's coming to a boil. You see the water's boiling here. So now we're gonna start our timer, and we're gonna let it cook for 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna shut off the heat and add in our frozen corn and frozen shrimp, and add in our mushroom after the 2 minutes. It's been boiling for 2 minutes now, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off, and what we're gonna do is cut off the heat. We're gonna turn off the heat to this, and then we're gonna add our frozen corn and frozen shrimp to it to help stop the process, because now we don't want it to cook anymore. It's done cooking. Now we're just gonna let it soak in. So what I have here are jumbo shrimp. This is a 2-pound bag of jumbo shrimp here. We're gonna add in. We actually have 2 bags actually. 2 bags of jumbo shrimp. Again, they're frozen, so that way we can stop the cooking process. Instead of some people adding ice to it, I'm adding the shrimp. Let me push it down a little bit first, and then I'll add the corn. Disappeared. Now we have corn. It's super windy today, so I don't want to throw it away. And then we also have our mushrooms too. After this, try to get a good grip on this. It's kind of slippery. All right, here we go. Time, just with our past experience, this time we actually bought a lot more of the mushrooms, because the mushrooms, we really enjoyed the mushroom. The mushroom tastes really good. So that's why this time we bought, I think we got four or five. I think it was four containers of mushrooms this time. Last time we only had about 3, I think. So 2 or 3, I can't remember. But this time, so we bought a lot more mushrooms in, and some of the mushrooms, these are smaller size mushrooms. Like some of the mushrooms here are small enough. We just left it alone. Other ones are a bit bigger, so we cut that in half. So just gonna go ahead and add in our mushrooms now. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to start the timer and let it rest for 15 minutes. Then we'll check up on it to see how the flavor is inside the crawfish, how it tastes. If it needs to soak a little bit longer, then we'll let it soak a little bit longer. But for now, we're just going to let it soak for 15 minutes. Because last time, that's what we did. We let it soak for 15 minutes, and it was pretty flavorful from then.
Now we go make a sauce.
Now, no, we're not gonna make the sauce yet, because I wanted to show them on camera. So we'll go ahead and start the timer and let it sit for 15 minutes. Now the crawfish is being soaked outside. I'm in here chopping these garlic and onion up. What we have here is 4 cloves of garlic. I want to just finely dice it up, and then 4 onions that we're just going to finely dice up. And we're going to put it in and show you guys how to make our try it out to see what the flavor is like. And then if it's good, then we're gonna go ahead and pull it out. Corn, shrimp. All the shrimps are in there. So here are the shrimps coming up. Let me just try one of these guys to see. Tastes like. It's very good. It's on the spicy side. A little bit on the spicy side though. It's down. Flavor is definitely flavors is in. Flavors in the film, for sure. But yeah, definitely on the spicy side, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this right now. Yeah, the head, all the juice and stuff that's in the head is spicy, so I don't think my my kids are gonna be able to suck on the head, but at least they'll be able to eat the tail. So what we're gonna do now is just basically scoop everything out into the bucket. There are all the shrimps. I wanna give this a good mix. I think for those of you at home who wants to tone it down in the spice area, instead of maybe using 3 pounds, 3 bags of the Cajun oil that I use, maybe just to use 2 bags of it. But if you prefer the spice, then this is definitely for you. Well, there it comes. It's all the shrimps and stuff that we had. That's all cooked. Try to get a good mix, because last time we did it and a lot of the shrimps fell to the bottom and we were eating just a bunch of crawfish until the end, and then we were able to get to the shrimp. So I want to try to mix it a little bit better this time when I put it in. Mix of crawfish, mushrooms, everything. Shot at our bucket here so far. Oops. fish, shrimp, and everything into this basket. Now we're gonna go inside, make our KhaBang sauce, and then we'll pour it on top and we'll shake it up. And it'll be ready. We're back inside the house now. The crawfish that we scooped is already there. I'm gonna go ahead and now make the KhaBang sauce. So what I'm gonna do is heat this up. I'm gonna put in 4 sticks of butter and let the butter melt. I'm gonna actually lower the heat down. We want it to, we don't want it to burn. Right now, just gonna add 4 sticks of butter in, let it melt. It's hot. Turn the fan on a little bit. That's what you don't want to do, is heat it up so much like that. Guess I was talking too much instead of letting it go, but the heat was on a little bit too high, that's why. But now it should be better. It should be okay. Let me just clean up as I go. The idea now is to melt the butter without burning in it. And this sauce we're actually going to save some aside as well as a dipping sauce. So not only are we going to pour over our crawfish, but we're actually going to use it as a dipping sauce on the side too. Just going to break these up a little bit to try to help it melt a little bit faster. Oh, and these are salted butter, by the way. Turn the fan off, that way you guys can hear me. Bring the heat up to medium. I have it on way too low. Once everything melts, then I'll bring it back down to low. Now that we got all of the 4 sticks of butter melted, I lowered the heat down to real low. Now what I'm going to do is add in 4 cloves of garlic that we diced up earlier. Name of the game is lots and lots of garlic. That's what makes this garlic butter sauce good. Is lots and lots of garlic. And these are fresh garlic that we diced up earlier here, and then I'm going to add in some onions as well to it. This is 4 little onions that we diced up earlier. That there. bring the heat back up to, bring it up a little bit. Bring it back to a boil. Let it shimmer in there. And then what we did here is I already mixed up the spice. We had 3 spoons of obey, 1 spoon of paprika, 1 spoon of lemon pepper. We have 1 spoon of garlic powder, and then we have 1 spoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 spoon of Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. It's this stuff here that I added in. So that's the mix that I have here. Once the butter, garlic come to a boil, simmer a little bit, then I'm going to add this in to it. All right, so now that the butter and garlic and onion are boiling, what we're going to do now is add our seasoning from earlier that we mixed up to it. Good. I'm start to smell it. Smells really good. We'll bring this up to a boil, and then we'll add in one spoon of sugar to it, and that should do it. And then we'll go ahead and just go ahead and set some aside as a dipping sauce and pour the rest onto our crawfish. Alright, so now we're going to put in some sugar. So 1 spoon of sugar.
Onions and garlic.
Yep. So just onion, garlic, obey, paprika, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, lemon salt, and butter. That's it. And bring it to a nice boil. Look at that. It smells really good. We've been using this dipping sauce for years now, and we just love it. Can't get enough of it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to turn this off now that it's boiling real well. I'm going to turn it off, and then I am going to scoop some sauce and put it aside so that we could use as a dipping sauce. And then the rest we're going to pour into our crawfish. Well, this is not just for you, buddy. This is for everybody. So I wanna save enough so that everybody can get some. Okay, that should be good.
You know, the sauce you can pour on the crawfish.
Yep, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's dirty, so I want to wipe this down a little bit. So I'm gonna get it. here from earlier. Here, look, it's still steaming from outside. And what I'm going to do is grab this. And then we're just going to pour our KhaBang sauce here all over this.
Oh, the onion and garlic.
Yeah, it smells really, really good. You can see the steam coming up from it. Last time we did this, we didn't have enough of the garlic and onion to put in. Let me scoop the rest of this out here. Like that. Close the lid.
And shake it up.
Shake it up. Let's now close the lid up. Let's see what it looks like. Whoa, look at that.
Oh, the steam, but it smells so
steam.
good. Please like and subscribe and enjoy. Smash that like button.